This is your weekly deep dive and energy overview for the week of August 21st through the 27th. So, our big theme this week that we're working on is learning to live in the present. Because when we are able to do that, we are truly able to flow with the choices and opportunities that are being present. If we are stuck in the past or we are so focused on the future and where we're trying to go, we miss what's in front of us, and it becomes very overwhelming because you're trying to almost drive forward, right? While staring in the rearview mirror if you're focused on the past. And you cannot navigate what's right in front of you because it's so hard to see what's actually in front of you when all of your focus is on that rearview mirror. So we are trying to move out of that space. It's very overwhelming when you do that, right? So we're trying to move out of that space so that we're truly able to flow with each moment and find those choices and opportunities that are available to us. And that will really allow us to start taking action towards what we truly want to experience and what we deem as successful, right? So I would really invite you to look at, are you so focused on the future and you've got the binoculars up that you can't see what's right in front of you? Or are you so focused on the rearview mirror that you can't see what's in front of you? It's okay to take a peek from time to time, just like whenever you're driving and you're paying attention to the road in front of you, and occasionally you'll glance at your rearview mirror, your side mirrors. That's okay. Totally okay, because your focus is on what's in front of you, right? So we need to start approaching life in that way too. And it is very tempting to really get caught up in planning the future or reflecting and looking back on the past, especially if we haven't released a lot of those past experiences and we haven't really worked through forgiveness, right? So if we still expect all of those past experiences to keep coming up, then we're really distracted on what's actually happening in front of us. So if you were hurt in the past and somebody betrayed you and you're so focused on that past experience and somebody comes up in front of you, it's almost like you merge those two in the moment, and it creates that reality lens in which we perceive things, and you will perceive that they are betraying you when really that might not be the case. So that's where the benefit of really being present in the moment helps us, where we're able to break out of those old cycles. Okay, that being said, our first collective karmic cycle is this chakra imbalance at our 7th chakra, where it's underactive. We're not actively choosing what we want to experience. We're almost in this production paralysis where there's so much going on that we don't know what choice to make or how to react, respond, what direction to go. It's almost as if you're spinning in circles and there's an infinite number of paths around you and you're just kind of like stuck in place, looking at all these options, and you haven't really stopped to check in and be present with yourself in the moment to figure out what direction you want to go. So if that is you, I would invite you to really just pause, breathe, notice the emotions. Notice if you are drawn to a certain direction, or maybe a few different directions, and ask yourself, what draws me towards this? What is that energy? What does it feel like? And figure out which one of those is in your best and highest interest and aligns with your idea of success and what you're actively trying to create into your life. That said, the second collective karmic cycle is this past life portal, right? And this is where there is an experience in our past lives where we felt restricted. And we just keep replaying that memory, much like the analogy that I gave you of the rearview mirror, and you're focused on that betrayal, right? In this case, you're focused on this memory where you were restricted and you couldn't actually take the road that you wanted. And that ends up telling yourself, oh, I can't do this. I can't go that way. I can't have that, right? Because you keep buying into that idea of restriction, and it's impacting you in this now moment, so that you can't actually see that there is no obstacle there. There is no block. Or even if there is, It's only 8 feet across. You can walk around. It's not infinite, right? But if we are so focused on what's behind us or what's going on in front of us, and we're trying to move so fast to catch up, we won't see that. We will just, it's almost like the blinders are on, right? And you will just see the wall right in front of you and not the paths that go around it. So I invite you to really just slow down this week and reflect on what that obstacle is and where it's trying to take you. Because just like a river, if there's an obstruction in its path, it will find another way, or it will overcome that obstacle and go above it once the water builds up enough. So, that's the very same thing that happens in life. But you have to decide, is it easier to go around or is it easier to overcome, right? We don't always have to ram into the wall until it crumbles. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience. But yeah, so you don't always have to ram into the wall to make it crumble. There are always other ways. You are not restricted in the ways that you think you are. So I would invite you to really explore that this week. Good luck.